I've seen a great book, and read a book named The Selected Works of Dr. Ambedkar. He clearly says what with Hindus, and it is a handwritten note which is available on the internet. So I would like to share what he had wrote it and give my opinion over it. As and new schemes are coming around in the constitution, the great debates are going around bringing up a single unity in the caste system. All things we need to speak about this thing, and his opinion over the Hindus. That's a important thing. He clearly says two things: Hindus and untouchables in the societies, and he believes that it's impossible that the Hindu will ever be able to observe this untouchable in the society. And he's saying the two reason for this, that is the caste system and the religion completely negative, it's completely negative, and will not hope to entertain this behalf. It will never entertain of a single religion, or with any religion without an untouchabilities or breakism. And he also gave some solutions in the end, but I would like to brief the part what he able to say. I will read out it and let the understanding to use. Yet there is incorrigible optimists among the Hindus than among the untouchable, because they are educated, who believe it's impossibility of Hindu assimilating the untouchables, whether that's incorrigible, optimist, or honest or dishonest, in their opinion, is a question which cannot be overlooked. So, on the view of the higher caste who is non-untouchable, they may be positive or negative, which the question of looking it is not lookable. His point of view. Within what the time is assimilating, assimilation will takes place and they are unable to define it. You should define this word. It's a very good word. The process of taking in and fully understanding the information of idea. So, of accepting the ideas unable to define, because they are not in a position to accept them. Assuming the optimist or honest, and they can be no question that this process of assimilating is going on to a long drawn process of extending over centuries. In the meantime, of untouchables will have to live under the social and political swag of the Hindus and continue to suffer all the tyrannies and oppression to which they have been subject in the past. Usually, what is a tyrannies? That is cruel, obsessive government or rule. So it's a depression. This kind of thing they need to suffer. What they have suffered in the past, they will be suffering the same thing in an advanced manner. It's always worse. Obviously, no sane man will think of leaving them to the will and the pleasure of Hindus in the hope that someday in the unpredictable future they will be assimilated by the Hindus. That is, maybe accepted by the Hindus. Take fully, they won't be saying, they will be dreaming of that they will be accepted by the Hindus. And he clearly says, by the Hindus. Long or short, there will be a period of transition, and some provision must be made under the tyranny and obsession of the Hindus. And there's some provision to be taken. What is the provision on his behalf is a question. And he left out two provisions, that is, one is constitutional safeguard, and second is two from separate settlements. So either you give constitutional, like you are doing a single government, single nation, single people, you think everyone here common examination. He's saying this won't be, if this happen, the minorities will be totally being breakdown. They can't even have some kind of excuse. They can't even get a thing. Example, I will say, even though you say people get this NEET examination, whatever may be, I want to say a thing like, even the caste system was there and minorities were identified, and a child who's able to score a 90% mark is able to get a seat in the college. Yeah, I'm not I'm not saying it should not, but in his caste, a person getting a 90% is the first time. And when he able to achieve the same doctor seat or a MBBS seat in his community in the first time, it's a method. Example, you going to a family, you're going to see a family, and in a hospital, some persons are coming. Who will you give a preference? A family or some other person? Unfortunately, you have a relative face over it. The human mind will think to help your family more than the other patients. It's morally not correct, but practically you can. I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying what if it happened? What you do? Okay. The second thing, what he's saying is two separate settlements. He's saying settlements, and it is being quoted in a different thing. I will able to explain that. And the next part, but we'll conclude this. The Hindus are very reluctant to allow the untouchables these safeguards. They are reluctant. You should define the word reluctant. It's very good. Unwilling and hesitate and declining. So they are declining, they are reluctant, declining the untouchables, their safeguards. The objection in the general, there is also objection in particular safeguard. So the objection is not only a particular, it's also in general. The general opinion is that untouchables are not a minority, therefore they are not entitled to safeguard which may be allowed to the other minorities. So they are saying that they have this, we don't have this, we don't have this. So there are different castes and different minorities. So we can't give a general statement of giving everyone. So that government has giving, so this category are allowed to do this category are allowed to do. That's the thing. The argument proceeds that the basis of the community to call the minorities a religion. If one is entitled to recognize as a minority, the untouchable are not separate from the Hindus in the manner of the religion. So consequently, they are not minority. In the definition, minority is childish will be obviously to all those who have studied the question. So the last point he is defining in an excellent way. This definition, minority is childish. So no one is minority, is a childish part of thing what say. It will be obviously to all those who have studied the question like what is this thing. So everyone is not minority, which important thing is we want to know about the rights of the untouchables and we need not to speak about a minority. We want to bring give a respect and equal perspective to each of them. The perspective can be achieved only through money. That's the main part. That money can be achieved through rather a good knowledge and education or a good job. So which the foundation of all the things what we speak, it comes from the education. So the education alone will be able to provide such further steps and it will stand as a ladder for the. I'm not clearly saying this Hindus and all. I'm saying who are considered as an other person who are other than Hindus to be given a voice and given a rights to do it. It's our opinion. It's not a compulsion. You can think about it. And thank you for having me this talk and thank you for listening to my talk. Jai Hind.